back. Subscription, it doesn't necessarily have to be that one-on-one type of deal. You know, you can have people subscribe to things like a digital magazine or a subscription to whatever the case is, right? So you can do those type of things. Back in the day, a lot of people were sending out DVDs. You know, once a month sent out. Online courses, webinars, apps. So there's a bunch of different ways that you can, and all of these are products and services you can monetize depending on what you want to do. For me, I do books, speaking, one-on-one, group coaching. I don't have my own mastermind, but I am part of a mastermind. Seminars and workshops, online courses, and seldomly I do webinars. And you can have an app where people just download the app for maybe $10 a month, and then you can deliver any kind of value that you think is valuable to your customers. So those are just some of the things that you can do. Monetizing your expertise, right? And this is just so you know. But monetizing expertise. So let's get down to the business model. So the business model of a thought leader or monetizing your expertise, ultimately, I want you doing all of these things on a continual basis. If you know about Tony Robbins and Gary, anybody who's in our E.T. the hip hop preacher, they're doing all of these things, all of these, okay? And so you got to know, all right, how do I develop, or just know to develop it, and over time, what? Patience and consistency. Talking about, right? So you got to be patient and consistent with each one of these, especially if you're the type of person that's like, tech is too hard, or whatever the case is, right? And you have a problem with technology. You got to just take your time. So, one, publishing content on social media. That means putting out content every day. You want to be seen as credible, you want to be seen as credible, you want to be seen as an authority in your space. So put out content every day, right? So even if speaking is not your main thing, but like let's say your main thing is you offer people financial services or financial advice, or the main thing is real estate. You still want to be seen as an expert in real estate or financial services, because then they're going to buy whatever your services are, if that makes sense. So, but you got to be constantly publishing on social media. Typically, I say minimum on 2, you want to start building up. Definitely have one strong that you focus on. For me, it's Instagram. I'm focusing on building that up. But my next thing I'm gonna start building up is my YouTube. I'm gonna start focusing on. I got Evan Carmichael, who's like a huge YouTuber, who's gonna be on our group coaching calls coming up maybe sometime in January, February. 1 million+ subscribers. If you ever saw anything that was top 10, anything,
what's his name?
What's that? Evan Carmichael. Evan Carmichael. If you ever seen anything top 10 on YouTube, Will Smith top 10, Warren Buffett top 10 tips for success, anything, he created the video. So anyway, so he's gonna be on the call. But I say that to say, we need to pick 2 platforms and work on it. Offer a package or a service. So it's one thing to speak, it's another thing to have something that you could package or offer people. A lot of people speak, but they don't have nothing to offer. What do you offer? What can people buy from you? What can they purchase from you? Right? Is it a book? You know, is it a subscription? Are you talking to people to get speaking engagement? Are you talking to people for coaching services? Right? It's to make an impact, but it's also to help people. Because any group that you talk to is always going to be a handful of people, or a certain percentage of that room, that's going to want to go further with you, go to the next level. And you're doing them a disservice if you don't offer it to them. A lot of people are afraid to sell, or afraid to say what they offer, because they feel like, well, people are not going to want to buy, it sounds greedy, whatever the case is. But people buy stupid things all the time. At least you know that you're offering something of value, right? People buy frivolous things all the time.
Especially this time of year.
Yeah. I was just watching people fighting on Black Friday. Every Black Friday people fight, right? Over the TV, spending $200-300 on TVs, $1,000 on iPhone. iPhone X is $1,000.
I put that on my Instagram on one of my posts. I did it where it was like a Black Friday thing where people was buying TVs, but I put on at the bottom of it, I don't have money for life insurance. You know, I can't afford life insurance.
Right, health insurance,
Right, but you had Black Friday though.
You'll insure your cell phone and not your life.
Right.
That's real. So that's why. So don't ever feel afraid to offer people your products or your services. You know, lay it out, present it with them, share it, and if they're interested, that's good. If they're not interested, that's okay. A lot of times, too, people, it's just not the right time for them. They'll come back later, right? So you don't want to be that type of person, but you gotta have something to sell. You don't just be out there just doing it. I mean, unless you're just doing it as a hobby and it makes you feel good and you just want to do it like that. But if you in this is the art, science, and business of public speaking, right? So you have to operate it like a business. And if you want to operate like a business, you got to have offer a package. Offer a package typically is not just one thing too. If you have an offer or a package, that means there's other things that you can get as well as part of that. So it might be speaking, but I might let you get access to my online course. I might let you get access to, I might give you a free book. I might give you a free t-shirt with it, right? So just, what are you offering people like more of a bundle? Integrated growth path. You want to be able, anybody who follows you or they buy from you, you want to put them and set them on a path. You might come in and you might say, you know what, I need a book, right? I have a book called the Daily Pocket Planner. This book is going to allow you to stay focused and committed on your goals. Now, if somebody comes and purchases my book, they'll get to a place eventually where we integrate other products and services that you want them to have. So they might come in for a book, but then the next thing they might get is coaching services. Or the next thing that they might get is an online program or online course or whatever you want to offer them, or webinar, or whatever the case is. Then the next thing is, which is more higher price, which might be one-on-one coaching or group coaching or whatever the case is. But you want to have something where you can stair step. It's no different than what Apple did. Apple has the same thing, right? Then they had at first you have the iPhone, the iPod. Yeah. Then the iPhone, right? Then you can have the MacBook Air. Then you have the MacBook Pro, right? And then I don't know what else. You got the watch, right? And so they got levels, and they make, and the good thing is they make everything work together seamlessly. So now you want to buy everything. So it's the same thing, and the same principle that we need to do. If we have certain products and services that they could level up. Website. Have a website. Make sure that your website, make sure that your website is looking clean, is decent, make sure it's new. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. But you gotta have a website so people could take action on and learn more about what you do. That's pretty simple. A funnel. A funnel is a strategic set of communications that you do, let's say through email or different things of that nature. So you want to make sure that your funnel is, let's say, and this is dealing a lot with online marketing, right? So online marketing, when you have a funnel, you might want to set up certain pages to where people could automatically get a strategic set of communications from you. So that might mean anything from once you land on this page and you buy this book, the next page you land on, I might have like an upsell or downsell for another product or service. Right, like ClickFunnels. That's a company that helps you set up these kind of funnels. This is more of an advanced thing. So, but it's good if you want to make money online, because if you set up these things, and I know, you come in and I offer you, maybe an upsell or a downsell, or I offer you a free ticket into something else, and I know if you go through my funnel, that at some point in time you're gonna buy something. A lot of that is due to if you're doing online ads, Facebook ads. There's certain pages that you're gonna go through, certain steps you're gonna go through with me, and you want to make sure that you're looking at those numbers and tracking it so you can make additional money. And that takes me into marketing campaign. There's a difference between a marketing promotion and a marketing campaign. Building a business, you can't just do a promotion. One of the biggest mistakes that we make as entrepreneurs, and especially influencers and thought leaders in our space, is the fact that we think we're gonna put something out one time and that it's gonna work. You gotta consistently do it. Even like for me, promoting this workshop, probably, I don't know, John is on a bunch of different things that he follows me on social. I'm part of different, like, people in this room are from every different place. We got people in here that's part of a meetup group that I know. We got people here that I just know one-on-one. We got people here that just founded an Eventbrite. We got people here that's part of my newsletter. So there's different, but imagine if I only had one way, if I just said I'm just gonna put it on social media. It'd be like one person, right? And a part of that too, just because you're marketing it, you're gonna have a lot of people who's not gonna show up to your stuff or whatever the case is. But the thing is, just make sure the whole goal I want you to know is that consistently do it over time, like just over time. So give yourself plenty of time if you're about to launch something, or whatever you're gonna do, continuously market. Just market Facebook, Instagram. So you'll see even this workshop on everything that I do. Okay, and quality, relevance, and differentiation. Please make sure that you write that down. All of that is in your is in your notes right now. Please write that down. Quality. This is what you're gonna remember forever. Quality is king right now, so make sure that you know everything that you're doing is quality, is clean, the photos are clear, video is clear, you don't want blurry video, you want blurry audio, because that's gonna lower your engagement. You're gonna impact more people, impact less people. Relevance, anything that you're doing, make sure that is relevant of what is going on right now. A lot of what's relevant on social media, especially Instagram, is the split screens, right? You see that like one side is a picture and the other side people talking and it's a video, right? That's relevant. And the crazy part is, I said, well, let me try some of these things, right? And I'm constantly trying to stay relevant. And I noticed my engagement went up when I start doing stuff like that. So I got on my Instagram where it's like a full, and then they have like, it's like almost like a collage. Some of them have like two boxes, you got 3 boxes, so maybe one is a video, one is what the title of the video is, another one is a picture of or a still shot of the video, right? And that's a lot of what you're seeing. But stay relevant, because things like that is always gonna happen, but you want to make sure that you're in with what's relevant, what's hot right now. At the same time, I want you to be different. So I want you to be able to differentiate yourself. Differentiate yourself in a way, this has a lot more to do with like personal branding, right? So personal branding, so do you have any phrases that you say that's unique to you? Do you have a particular style of how you dress? If you follow E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher, he'll be in a boardroom dressed down in basketball shorts and a t-shirt. But he could do that. He built his brand to that. And that's what he wanted to make himself known for. That don't mean you could go do that right now. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you about to just show with some basketball shorts, some flip-flops, and you about to present to a Fortune 500 company, right? Your brand is not at that place that you can do that right now. And remember, patience and consistency. You're gonna build your brand over time. It's not gonna be over. It's gonna be over time. Well, fine. But what's different about you? What do you believe in? What are your morals? What are your values? Communicate that. I got to even do better at that. And I'm trying to do that too on my social media. It's always what do I believe in? What are my values? And I put that out into the world. And people are like, you know what, I really resonate with that. Terrell, thank you for that. Terrell, I needed that today. You know, so those are the things that you got to constantly be doing. So if you'll always be relevant, and you'll be in this industry a long time if you're doing all of these, but especially if you're sticking with the quality, relevance, and differentiation. Make sense? Anybody have any questions on that? Good?
We may not be expert on doing all the social media stuff. Who do we contact to put us together on that?
There's like 1 million digital marketers online right now. Like digital, anybody who's doing digital marketing, anybody who's doing social media marketing, oh my God, I get them all the time. There's a ton of people. I have somebody that I just started working with, but I still do a lot of my social stuff, like engaging and doing all of these things myself, and I still do my own posts and stuff like that. But I have somebody who's helping me on the back end, just in regards to make sure that I'm targeting the right people and I'm getting the right people that's looking at my stuff. I'm gonna target people I really just want to. So, but yeah, there's a ton of people. I have a group coaching program as well that I help people build their personal brand and help them do all of this stuff plus build their business. So, I mean, there's plenty of resources out there that can help you with that.
You do it from your phone or from your PC?
Either or. I mean, a lot of this stuff you got to do it from your phone if you want all the features, right? Instagram, if you try to do it through desktop, you're not gonna have all the features as you're doing it on your phone, right? So, and your phone is with you all the time. You can always do pictures. You can always do videos, right? You don't see it, but some certain snippets of this. I got Cyril in the back. He's taking certain snippets. He's doing Instagram stories. So watch my Instagram stories. You're gonna see snippets of this event with me, right? So it's the same thing. All right. So productive moment. What product or service do you want to start with, and how is it different? So take a moment to write that down. What product or service do you want, and how is it different? And this is the third. Okay. So I know that we're, as you're doing that, I know we're a few minutes over. So I'm just gonna after this, maybe a couple more slides, and then after that we'll head out.